What's up? What's up? LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook Live. What's happening? Skylar stays in the house. What's up, Sky Guy? Hope you guys are having a great day. Look at guys, this is kind of crazy. I'm pivoting. This will be one of the last Growing with Grossi calls that you see in this venture about business and building teams and communications. But we are going to pivot. It's not done. It's not gone. We are just going to pivot in a different direction. So those that are watching for the first time, welcome. The call will never be like this again. We're going to go into some other semantics and deeps, how to truly be the best version of yourself going forward, how to truly rise up in this crazy world, if you will. But newcomers, those that have watched me, supported me for this whole time, for over a year now, we've been doing this. Thank you so much. I didn't realize my phone just went off, so I apologize. These calls, everything I do are meant to define the game you want to play, guys. They're meant to define the things you want to do every single day to crush your dreams. And my intention is that I hope you in any way, shape, or form to become. What's up, Malik? Welcome, join. Hope I can show you in any way how to truly be the best version of yourself, how to truly show up, how to do what I do every single day, even when you screw up. And trust me, I get a lot of screw ups in my life, right? I mess up every single day. And I did a quote, I think, on the story, basically says, what is the difference between the 1%ers? Basically, I'm paraphrasing right now. What is the difference between people that can and those that don't? The people that do are willing to endure all the pain and pressure and struggles to go after what they want. So I can tell everybody that's on this call, that's what you are. You're these people that want to make a difference in this world, and that's why you're here. You could be doing anything on a Tuesday, but yet you're joining me. So this applies whether you're a young student, as I can see some of my young students on the call, whether you're a dentist, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you just want to make a difference in the world, whether you're an active practitioner, you're looking to grow, those that are retiring if you're a dentist, trying to get more. Entrepreneurs, if you will, rise. Relentless in serving entrepreneurs. That's what it stands for, RISE, right? My hope is that when you do these things, when you implement what I'm talking about, you implement it in life, that you become the best version of yourself. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm Dr. Bobby Grossi, born and raised in beautiful Flint, Michigan, right? I've taken businesses from doing 6 figures to multiple 7 figures 4 different times. I've owned crumble cookie franchises. I'm a dentist. I own Great Lakes Dental Design. I have a coaching and consulting business. I'm part of the Dentist CO brand. I do podcasting, and I'm looking, all my job is to make a difference in this world. That's really to strive for. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a best friend. I'm an uncle. I'm a brother. I'm everything, right? I'm all of them. When you say, one question, I'm going to stop right here. I want you guys to answer this, and we're going to talk really about how to have effective communication strategies and the key to cohesion and collaboration. But I want you guys to answer this question. It's going to be a little bit different. I know I'm going to talk about collaboration and cohesion, but I want you to ask this question. Who am I? Just think about that. Guys, in my group, if you can put that in the chat, the question I want back today is, who am I? See, I used to think of myself as a dentist, as a father, as a husband, right? We're more than this. Malik might think of himself as, I think he still goes to Howard. I could be wrong, Malik. You might have graduated by now. But Malik might think of himself as a student or a friend. We're more than this. What are your strong points? What are your traits? And when you communicate with the team, this is so pivotal to know not only who you are, but who are they? Who are they? So to have effective communication is pivotal in success, in dentistry, in business, in life, in relationships. And I use baseball analogies because I'm a baseball guy. If you saw my post yesterday, I had 101, which means I love you to my wife. Those that don't know me, 101 means I love you. That's why I always say 101 on everything. We start at 101. But how to truly communicate in life with your best friend, with your kids, with your spouse, with your colleagues, and how do you truly dominate? See, if you can master communication strategies in the key to cohesion and collaboration, that's where the magic happens. So we're going to explore the significance of what it means in the field. Like what is the role, highlighting the role in cohesion and collaboration and goal achievement? How does it all come to play? How does it all come to light? Number one, I'm going to use baseball analogies, guys, because I'm a baseball guy. Because communication is ultimately the core aspect in applying the things both in dentistry and business. But one, communication must be clear and concise. Like, I was laughing. I was thinking about this. This is not a marriage thing, but do you know the number one reason for divorce is not infidelity? It is not anything of that norm. It's not money. Like, we're believe that it's infidelity or money. It's actually, believe it or not, the number one cause of divorce is a lack of communication of the expectations that you have for your spouse. Think about that. People don't know the expectations you set because you never verbalize it. So there's no clear and concise communication. Rule number one in business, in building a team, have clear and concise communication. So if it breaks up marriages, think about it, think of how it would affect a team. See, it is so crucial to actually have the information exchange among team members, whether it's in baseball, dentistry, business, life, partners, kids, students, teachers, whatever it is, the communication, it needs to be clear. People need to know what you expect of them, period. People need to know. They need to know, what is it that you expect of me? Like, it's really easy. We always say, oh, they're not living up to my means. Well, have you ever communicated that? Are you clear with what is expected of them? I mean, are you honest, Skylar? Are you honest, Mohit? Are you honest with what is the communication, Gad? You know, what is it, Bob, that's on the call, and Andreas? What are we communicating? How clear can that be? Now think about that. Marriages break down not because of infidelity, not because of money reasons. This is not a marriage thing, because there's a lack of communication of the expectations that the other person has set. Same business. So think of baseball. You got a pitcher and a catcher that communicate, whether it's verbal, nonverbal, hand signals. Their communication has to be so precise that they know what pitch is coming at what time. Business, clear communication aids in project management. You're outlining goals, you're outlining expectations. Dentistry, teams need to communicate instruction that are seamlessly to get the best patient care. Like, they need to know, that my staff needs to know before I go in there, what is expected of them? How clear is that communication? And only successful businesses that have the processes and systems that are clear are going to make it. And when you don't do this, when you don't have the clear and concise communication, that's when everything falls. That's when everything falls apart. Number two, so we got clear and concise communication. Number two, active listening. And you're like, what does active listening mean? I mean, this is the one thing I suck at, I'll be honest with you, because I'm always the problem solver. Like, if there's ever a skill I need to master, it's active listening. Because so many times people actually believe I don't give a shit about what they're saying, and it's my flaw. Even with my wife, I laughed. Like, my wife goes, dude, are you even listening to me? Like, you're always looking to respond. How many of us just with a star or a thumbs up or a heart or whatever we can do, because I know you're all at work or whatever. Have you ever tried to already come up with the answer while somebody else is speaking or defend yourself? Just with a thumbs up or a heart, have you ever been there? Yeah, of course you have. You're not actively listening. You really don't give two shits about what they're saying, because you're either trying to defend yourself or you're not truly engaged, like truly engaged with what they're saying. So number two, you got to be an active listener. You got to care more about what they're saying versus responding. And in this world we live in, myself included, I always joke about it. God gave me 2 mouths in 1 year. I'm Italian. That's a joke, guys. Italians speak a lot. God gave me 2 mouths in 1 year. I always say that. And that's a piss poor excuse. I need to actively listen. And what I realize is, even when my wife's on the phone, or you see people, you're trying to talk to them in a conversation and they're looking at their phone. They even said in business meetings, and I'm gonna digress. But in business meetings, even if you're engaging an employee and you have your phone on the desk, it exemplifies that you're not listening. So look at rule of thumb, active listening. People want to know you're engaged. How I have successful treatment plans with patients is I'm actively listening. I'm listening to what it is. I'm concerned. I'm curious, right? There's curiosity in what I'm saying. So then you can re-engage it. Right? How do you know if you're actively listening? When you can repeat what they say back to you, they're going to feel like you're actively listening. Your team members, your spouse, your friends, your family, that's what baseball infielders, they coordinate. When we active listening, we're throwing signals or not. We know whether we're speaking or not that we're actually listening during plays. Business, colleagues integrate with diverse perspectives and decisions. You can coordinate that. Dentistry, attentive listening to the patients, building trust, building rapport, improving patient care. All these are traits to have a better collaboration with team and cohesion. And then you got number three. What are the nonverbal communications? Well, dude, I don't know if you know this. I love the ones when your mom, remember when you're kids, you're going to laugh about this. When your mom would just give you that look, like you're like, oh shit, I screwed up. Right? That's a nonverbal form of, you know exactly what she's saying. And we're not talking about getting some switches out and beating your butt, but I know my mom's on the call. She would give you that look, dude, that nonverbal communication look. You're like, oh my God. Nobody can master the look better than my wife, though. Like, she'll give everyone that look. And Leek knows my wife. Skylar knows my wife who's on this call. I know he does. Like, Sabrina could give me that look. I'm like, oh man. And there's also the other look. There's the positive look. And you already know, hey, man, this person's good. So the nonverbal cues add depth to the messages and foster connection. It adds the depth. When you can actively listen to somebody, but then you can also pick up their nonverbal cues. In dentistry, it's more evident more than possible. So like my staff, I have mask on, I have gloves on, I can't speak in front of the patients. I can look with my eyes, and my assistants pretty much know what's expected of me. Good mood, bad mood, pissed off, happy, they know. They know. That's where you go to the next level when you come to building businesses, when you have the nonverbal cues. In every relationship, when you know, we'll give that look to my kid. And my kids, I want to throw punch sometimes, and that's a joke, but they go, why are you so mad? Why do you look so mad? Well, I wasn't supposed to, if I wanted to say it out loud, I would have, right? But you hear this from this younger generation more, not to pick on the younger generation, but they try to call you out in front of people. They didn't get the nonverbal communication, if you will, right? But base running, coach communication, using gestures, quick decisions, thing to action. The reality of it is if you want to know truly how to do this in business, if you truly want to know how to do this in dentistry or in your business life, guys, DM me or email me when this call is done, because I'm telling you right now, the nonverbal communication and effective strategies is the utmost in building a team. Is the utmost, it is the number one thing you can do. I already said it, in relationships, and everything is a relationship. Everything in business is a relationship, whether it's with your patients, whether it's with your staff, whether it's with your colleagues, whatever it is. Everything is about communication, verbal and nonverbal, actively listening. Dentistry, creating smiles, creating a comforting atmosphere, creating time for the patients. These are all nonverbal communications that they care, right? Showing the comfort menu. Right. And then there's another thing. Number 4 is written communication. Right. Documents, information that supports teamwork, processes, systems, like what's expected of me. In baseball, there's scouting reports and game plans and strategies. Right. In business, written materials like reports, emails. This ensures remote collaboration. Right. You're doing this written communication. And even more than ever, you need to document communication. It could be if you're running a business and you're in HR. You don't document, you're done, right? Dentistry, patients' records, treatment plans, continuity of care, right? So written communication. You guys, I'm going to challenge you this. Communicate through texting. You can communicate through voice recordings. But we're talking more about written right now. So texting, Slack apps, WhatsApp, whatever you want to do. Communication somehow. You always got to have number 4, written communication. 5, you got to have cultural sensitivity and adaptability. You need to be aware of your culture. Culture awareness is what's going to ultimately improve communication across diverse backgrounds. Nothing is harder culturally than a male dentist working with all females. Then you mix cultures and race and religions and different backgrounds and everything like that. It's a totally different atmosphere. It's a different beast right now, right? How to truly communicate from cultural differences between patients. Not all my patients are like me. Not all of them believe. What's up, Naran? Welcome joining the call, baby. Love Naran. Thumbs up for Naran. He's a Richie Dolan guy. I love Naran. He's a great dude. But not every culture communicates the same. Not every patient bleeds the same as you. So when you're dealing with culture awareness and adaptability, culture sensitivity, when you communicate, right, you got to make sure you're aware of that. In baseball, embracing cultural differences enhances your team cohesion. Not everybody in a sporting event is from the same country. Not everybody from a sporting event or on a team is from the same religious background. It's just not. So when you're dealing with teams and approaches, you got to be sensitive to it all. Like how I communicate with one, I got to communicate different to somebody else. And if you have effective strategies and you truly run a business, if you're truly a leader, you know how to juggle it all. Now, guys, we all going to fail. We're going to fail a lot. We're going to mess up. We're going to say different things, right? Understanding that who we are, and understanding the culture of who other people are will allow us to foster relationships in a whole nother level. You can go way deeper in that relationship if you understand cultures, if you really get to know the person. Where I failed in dentistry, where I failed in life, where I continue to fail at times, is when I make it all about me. The minute I make it about them, and the minute I get to understand them, and the minute I get to open up my heart to serve them, the people, my staff, my patients, the world, right? The minute I make it not about me, but about everyone else and understanding how they work, and I've actually listened, and I have nonverbal communication, and I've written communication, and I'm sensitive to cultures, that's when you blow up. That's when you blow up. That's why there's groups that you can see, and whether you're in college, whether you're in business, that's what we do. When you understand cultural norms in business, that's what's going to foster that deep relationship. Like Naran and I, he's on the call right now. I know Naran, we're totally different backgrounds, totally different upbringings, totally different cultures, totally different countries. I mean, I think he's in Canada and I'm freaking in the US. Totally different situation. But yet when we talk to each other, we can embrace it all. And we can establish that communication. Andreas, the same thing. In dentistry, there's cultural sensitivity amongst all your patients. Even during treatment plans, you got to present treatment plans totally different from different people from different cultures. You got to know what they want. Number 6, you need feedback and constructive criticism. 6th thing about really developing a team and getting the cohesion and collaboration with teammates. Number 6, you need feedback and constructive criticism. That's what's going to drive you forward. I just lost a staff member. Just lost a staff member today. And it probably was my fault, 100%, to be honest with you. I'm a bull in a china shop sometimes, and I can abolish a lot of things in my way, especially if I feel like they're underachieving. And sometimes my approach, being a male, working with all females, can be a little bit aggressive to them, right? They always say, you always sound aggressive or pissed off. And I do get pissed off. I do sometimes come across aggressive because it drives me absolutely crazy when people do not live up to their full potential. It's a weakness of mine. It's a strength and weakness because I don't comprehend that. Coming from nothing my whole life, being a bulldog and not blaming anybody, but taking full accountability of myself, even by saying one of my staff members left because of me, is taking accountability. I don't tolerate nonsense. I don't tolerate people not digging deep for who they are. God gave you the greatest gift, and that's choice. Choice, freedom to choose whatever it is you want to be, to do whatever you want. We play victim every single day. So when I get feedback, this is feedback to me, not the feedback I always want, but it's feedback. Now, what can I do? I can take it, I can pivot, I can adjust, and I can grow, but I move on. Because I said before earlier in this whole conversation, it's those people that can endure the pain and struggles to ultimately get what they want. Is when you stop moving and you stop improving, you're dead. So anytime if life is going good, stay calm. If life is going bad, stay calm. If business is going good, stay calm. If business is going bad, stay calm. What am I supposed to learn right now? Be in the moment. Get your feedback from the universe or your friends or your colleagues, whatever it is, and then improve and grow. Always grow. Always grow. I'm not going to go back and beat myself up because I communicated poorly. I think, you know what I say to myself? How can I communicate better next time? Is this tracking with you guys? Just with a heart and thumbs up? How important feedback is in life and the constructive criticism that we all need. We are so worried about telling people the truth about certain things that we don't. Baseball. Coaches provide feedback all the time. How to refine the players. How do you, thank you for keeping it real with us. I will, Blake. Thank you, brother. It is real. No lies here, bro. Real, raw, relevant results. I promise you. So baseball, coaches provide feedback all the time to refine their players' techniques and strategies. And if you realize this is what I always tell everybody. When coaches truly believe in you, when people truly believe in you, when your spouse really believes in you, I got the Fox Sports team going on. They're going to give you tough criticism. They're going to tell you that you suck sometimes. And they're going to tell you that you're great sometimes. And it's so funny to me how my kids would come home from a sporting event and they go, oh, the coach is hard on me. You know, I say, awesome. I'm so glad the coach is hard on you. You want to know why? Because they believe in you. Nobody's going to waste their time and energy if they don't believe in you. So take that feedback. Take all that criticism and then just embrace it and become the best you. It's when they stop talking to you. It's when they stop giving you feedback. It's when they stop giving you that criticism that I would beware. I talk about like life is not business and strategies and building teams and collaboration. It's all about relationships. The minute the relationship stops talking, you're in trouble. It's over. I don't care if it's an angry part, that's good. They still love you. If it's just loving, that's good. They still love you. Any feedback is positive feedback, whether it's good or negative. Take it and move on and grow. Business, constructive feedback supports professional development. You got to have it. Those that never change in business will stay stagnant and eventually they're dying. You've got to constantly be evolving, looking at processes, looking at systems. How can we improve this? How do we just dump water on the plant every single day to make it grow? How do we plant that new seed in business to make it thrive? Dentistry, feedback with my patients, those that are coming back, those that are not coming back. Okay, what did we do to make you not come back? How can you help us learn? It's that feedback is what's going to ultimately lead to that growth. Because if life was easy, you never had struggles, you never had trials, well, where would we be? We'd have no growth. If the light bulb worked for the very first time, you never have advancements in the light bulb. I mean, who are we kidding? So feedback, push, man, in this generation, the young, I'm going to reach you even more. Take that constructive criticism from us old folks, people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 40s. Don't play victim. Say, man, that's great. Thank you for that feedback. I'm so gracious for that feedback. How do I improve? In conclusion, though, guys, an effective communication is vital in dentistry, business, in baseball, and relationships. It promotes cohesion and goal attainment. It doesn't matter where you're at in life. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're a mother, you need communication. You're a father, you need communication. With your kids, you need communication. That's what's going to build the teamwork. It's the lack of communication that destroys everything. I said that before in marriages. It is not infidelity. It is not finances. It's the lack of communication is the number one cause for divorce in every relationship because people don't know the expectations they're supposed to meet. That's all hard facts. So if that's like that in marriage, why wouldn't that be like that in business? So when you have clear communication, when you active listen, when you have nonverbal cues, written communication, cultural sensitivity, you're adaptable, constructive feedback, and crucial strategies, you will dominate. This applies in every aspect of your life. This applies in every single thing that you do. So I just knocked over my water bottle, my bad. This applies in everything. So the emphasizing of the importance of communication, whether it's in dentistry and business, it's going to ensure accurate information transfer through active listening, which is going to foster collaboration. Your non-viewable cues are going to deepen your connection. Your written communication documents information with cultural sensitivity and adaptability will enhance understanding across diverse backgrounds. Feedback and constructive criticism will ultimately drive your growth. And if you apply these strategies in business, in life, in dentistry, success will be beyond belief. You're going to strengthen relationships, overcome every single challenge, and achieve every single goal that you set. And just to ensure you're in progress, guys, just to ensure you're doing the right thing, I want you to email me at info@thedentistco.com. Email me here so that I know I'm going to hold your ass accountable. Because there's 3 things 1%ers need, and all you that are on this call are 1%ers. You ready? I'm going to give you a little hack. Number 1, you need a mentor. You need somebody to take you where you've never been. Number 2, you need a peer. You need a peer to share the information that you learn and you're on the same level. And number 3, you need a mentee. You need to teach this new stuff you learned to somebody else to rise them up. So if you don't have a mentor, find one. And I'm going to tell you this right now. It's not your mom. It's not your freaking dad. It's not some dental teacher who taught me in dental school how to run a business. You know how I get all my mentorship from? People that can run multi-million-dollar businesses. Not even dentists, because they are where I want to go. I get the information from the Durans of the world, the Ken Kays of the world, the Richie Doans of the world, the Grant Cardones of the world, the Garrett J. Whites of the world. They're my mentors. Why? Because they are where I want to go. They are exactly where you want to go. Can your peer be the mentee? Absolutely, but I would rather have you, Malik, to answer that question. Find somebody right now that you're right at with. Right? But if you're above them, then they're not really your peer. Find somebody that is your peer and just go back and forth with them. And then eventually find somebody else, sounds bad, that's just a little bit below that, Malik, and then mentor them and rise them up. If that helps, brother. I saw that on IG. But thank you for that feedback, Malik. So, guys, if this call is making a positive change, just a thumbs up. I know it's 30 minutes. We're getting you out of here 5 minutes early. I'm changing it. I'm changing the way I do this next week. I'm going to go deep in souls of people come next week. I was going to talk about embracing change and innovation, but what better way to embrace change and innovation? So look out for the emails. Look out for the new way of doing everything, right? Because I'm changing. Just like I'm taking feedback from what I've got from other people on the Growing with Grossi calls, and I'm rebranding and I'm pivoting. So guys, much love. Stay tuned for new things coming. It's going to be massive. Change is going to be massive. I'm going to make all my men in this world rise up and women. Okay. It's going to be deep. But much love, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. We'll talk soon. Have a great day.